This is Karikter Asked It. You already know Character did it. I'm here with Ace Matayo. He's on a grind right now, bro. Tell us about yourself.
Man, what's up, everybody? How y'all feeling? I'm a rapper, songwriter, poet out in Philadelphia, PA. And yeah, I just been working. I just got a release out, so just working towards that and everything.
Hell yeah. How old are you?
I just turned 21.
Okay. Okay. Happy birthday.
Yes. Thank you.
Tell me about your background. Tell me about your upbringing.
Okay, growing up, I moved around a lot. So I was born in Aliquippa, PA, which is like outside of Pittsburgh. Then I lived in Virginia for a while, moved to Florida, moved to like 3 different cities in Florida, and I just moved to Philly in like 2017. So I moved around a lot. But I mainly claim Florida and Philly, since that's really where I spent most of my years at, most of my growing up at. Like overall, throughout the whole jumping around, it just was like being able to get bits and pieces of different cultures, learning different ways of living, learning how to be adaptable. That's like one of my biggest traits, is learning how to be adaptable. And then also like in some of the spots I grew up in poverty, there's times where, slept in the car, I didn't eat for days, and stuff like that. And that's actually how I really found my passion in music, was actually when we used to live in the car, and I just start writing to escape it.
Nice, man. What made y'all move around so drastically?
Well, the parents that I had, my mom and my stepdad, who I lived with from when I was born to like when I was 14. I guess they really kind of took on the lifestyle of a nomad. Mm-hmm. So, their idea of freedom was being able to get up and go wherever they want to go, or, kind of live, however they want to live. So just in the idea of being complacent in a single spot was just like almost like a fear, which I kind of adapted that in a sense. I'm trying to learn how to be a little bit more stable with it, but like I also have that fear of being stuck in one position in life, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of made them move around. They're like, oh, this is beautiful, we're going here. This is better, we're going here. And so that's what kind of caused us to always move around.
I mean, it sounds like something that, like you said, it gets you very unique experiences and life lessons. You've experienced things a lot of people haven't, but that also couldn't have been easy as a kid. Or was it just
yes and no? It was my norm, but it definitely wasn't easy once I started realizing that it wasn't normal. When I realized it wasn't normal, it was, I was like, damn, I'm a normal life. You know what I'm saying? It was
sure.
I was homeschooled for like a lot of years. So it was like, damn, it just was a lot of things that it did take away, but a lot of things that it added. So it's like what perspective you view it on.
What happened when you were 14 that made that you weren't doing that anymore?
I moved to Philly, moved with my dad, started high school. And so once I got to that, it was a little bit more of like a foundation building, I guess. So yeah. Okay.
What'd you do after high school?
After high school, went to college. I went to college at Clarion University. That's the head. I didn't finish though. I took a break for a little bit. Right now I'm in that break period of time. Do I want to go back? I'm not going to go. I don't know if I'm going to go back to that school specifically, but right now I'm just kind of like getting music together. So, after high school, it was really just like starting to grind on music, because I did music all my life, but I was always on and off because of my fear of like, am I good? Is this, that, and the third? Who's going to listen? Also, there was a point in time I just didn't like artists. It was like oversaturated. So I'm like, why would I even do that? So it was a lot.
I feel you. So how long have you been recording music?
Recording music? Not that long. Since I recorded my first song, I think freshman year of high school. So 7 years.
Okay. Now, you're pretty serious about it right now. You got a manager. I saw what you're doing earlier, printing those flyers and things. Like, you are dead serious with what you're doing. You're laying it out like a business, which is really how you're supposed to do it, man. How did you figure out how to do that at 21 years old?
Well, like I said before, the moment where I like stopped doing it because I felt oversaturated, I still was kind of writing, but then I just was like, I started to realize that, especially in Philadelphia's so many artists. Almost every block got an artist. So I just was like, I started seeing patterns of repetition. I'm like, how do you even make yourself stand out from that? You know what I'm saying? And so I don't remember what made it click. Like, yo, as an artist, you're really just being a business. I don't know what made that click happen, but when I realized that click, that's when I just did like a lot of research. I'm like, yo, it don't even matter about the music no more. Like the music is only like a small aspect to an artist's success. Like it's important, it's vital, but are you marketable? And I realized like some labels and stuff like that don't care. Like talent, everybody got talent in an extent. Like talent is there. It's, are you marketable? So that's why you have your blue faces, and you know, artists like that who's like people really don't really mess with, but they stay relevant because they're marketable.
Right, absolutely. I mean, it's about your TikTok numbers. I got a bunch of people talking to Sony right now, and that's their only question. They love his music, but what's his TikTok numbers? What's his TikTok? It's crazy, bro. It's a new world for sure. But tell me, how old were you when you got serious? When you took that break and then you started, you know, you saw the vision. When was that?
A few months ago, like October. I would say last August. I'll say last August, about a year.
Okay. And who is your manager?
Right now is a good friend of mine, Dory. Her name Dory. She actually has a whole creative agency that she's building up called Le Tempo, where she's just kind of helping artists and models and people in the creative scene. I met her through one of my good friends I met in college. She, we were like buddy. I was always in advertisement. She was in PR, so we worked together a whole lot. But then when I left school, and somehow met her friend, and we kind of just was like always talking. And then I found, actually, funny story, the reason she became my manager was because I found someone else that we're co-managing right now, an artist named Taki Bossier. He's a beautiful singer, really good singer. And actually, I found him at one job I had, and he mentioned that he was an artist and stuff. I was just like, all right, whatever. There's so many artists in Philly. But then when I went to the side, I checked out his song. I remember he said something about mixing R&B and drill. I never heard of that, but then I listened to the song, and it's really good. It's called Danger. Really good. And so I'm like, yo, this is like, should be on the radio type stuff. So I talked to him more and just realized more about his life and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, you just need the right pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the talent. You got the talent. It's like, all right, let's get everything else put together. So I came to her. She wanted to manage someone for a while. So I was like, yo, there's this dude right. I'm like, yo, there's this dude right here. This is what his music talent and everything. We talked about it, and then we ended up signing contracts and everything. And so after we just worked with that, she was like, why won't you let me manage you? And I'm just like, you know what? Sure. I'm like, sure. So, and so then, I love the passion and the drive she has. She really puts a lot of work together. So, yeah.
What all has she been doing for you?
So the biggest thing I would say, like a lot of photo shoots and stuff she helps push together. I'm working on a music video, so she's really been helping out with getting locations and searching people and, kind of orchestrating that. My whole marketing plan and stuff like that, like she's definitely invested in getting that together. My social media, I suck with social media, Instagram, TikTok. I didn't even use TikTok. I had one post on TikTok before I met her. And, her whole thing was like, you got to post on TikTok 3 times a day. I'm like, I can't. So she started building content for me. And, she started building content for me, like just kind of like putting things together. So she's helping me like kind of push stuff in my TikTok and my Instagram. Because if it was up to me, like my posts would be so random, but she's actually helping me with actually getting that together and helping me be seen. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. And also kind of booking events too and getting me to like events and stuff, which is in the near future.
Bro, that's big. She's doing a lot for you. That's amazing, for real. Hey man, hook me up. I'd love to interview her, for real.
I think she'll love to be interviewed. I'll let her know.
Hell yeah, man. So have you all decided on like a plan of action? Do you have a 1-year plan with this kind of stuff? Do you have drop schedules and things like that? Or are you still getting there?
Yep. I like to stay like at least 5 songs ahead. So they're not all finished yet, but they're all planned out already. So right now we have music planned out till the end of next summer, probably. So in the end of next summer, I'm dropping an EP. And so everything before that is, the start of the summer. I have this one song that's like a really party summer type of song that I'm gonna be dropping around then. There's another song I have that she want me to drop near that summer, but we're gonna work that out. And then I'll say that just right now, right after The Man Again, which I just released on August 3rd, we're going ahead and release something called Like That, Like That. It's a like almost like a dance type of song. I think it'll really do good on TikTok. I'm trying to think of another song that it sounds like. I can't think of it right now. There's definitely another song you can relate it to, but I just can't think of it right now. That was supposed to be dropping around October, November. I might swap it out for another song because I hate the way it sounds right now, and it's making me mad. But we're getting to that, and then in February we're going to drop a song called "Don't Try to Test." "Don't Try to Test" is like the one I'm most excited about. That's what actually made me even start taking music serious. Once I recorded that, I was like, oh, but I didn't want to release it right away because I had no true audience. And so I was like, you know what, I have to post other stuff and build up to that. So that's dropping February. I have my friend from Canada who's singing a chorus on it, really beautiful. So that's February. And then right after that is something called Love Me Now, which will be happening in April, May-ish type of thing. So yeah, like I said, they're all recorded. They all got demos. We already got them planned out. It's just kind of like, all right, let's fix them up. All right, and then let's start, getting everything set up with it. But they're all good songs. My biggest thing is, and the hardest thing as an artist, I'm gonna say, is when you're making music, you vaulted and you keep making music, and then you get to the point where you get better, and you go back to the stuff that's vaulted, and you're like, I really don't like this no more. Or you're like, yo, I really want to release this other song right now. But it's like, yo, you so many months ahead. And it's like, you gotta just like hold it off because you gotta make sure that they watch the growth of you as an artist. You know what I'm saying? And you can't be out here releasing every week. You could do the Russ way. You know what I'm saying? But you could definitely do the Russ way. But I started really realizing like, yo, there's so many people that, have blew up off of one song. I don't expect to blow up off this one song, but I expect to milk it until I get to, and then I go to the next one. So that way it's not like it's such a good song, but then it gets flooded by so many other songs and no one's really going to go back to it because there's so many songs in the way. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what that looked like. But yeah, a lot of stuff is planned out in terms of music wise. And then along with that is just minor little. So with the next 2 or 3 projects I'm dropping, they're all kind of connected. They all have like an underlying message. It's not something that's like a big storyline where it's like pay attention, you have to listen in order. But if you listen to it in order, you can see connections within it. So with each one, there's going to be a different theme or overall idea or concept with it. So with The Man Again, it's really like it's a really hype video. Like the visuals that we're making is going to be really hype visual. I wear a lot of what's those jackets? Varsity jackets in it. I try to have like a fashion sense. And so with the next one, it's going to be more jean jackets. I'm getting a jean jacket made right now. Actually, a lot of jean jackets. It's a little bit more of a me and you type of thing instead of me and all these other girls. And then Don't Try to Test, which is more of that winter type of style. It's more darker. I'm thinking leather. So everything is kind of like, all right, what's some minor things we're going to put together? It's like, if you catch it, you catch it. But if you don't, it's still good type of thing.
That's cool, bro. I'm really excited to see where you go with all this. For real, like y'all are doing it right, man. What have been your biggest accomplishments so far?
My biggest accomplishment, I would say, my biggest accomplishment so far would be this is not necessarily connected to me as Ace. So right now, I would say in terms of right now as Ace, it would be watching my social media grow. Dropping the single. I would say dropping The Man Again is actually right now the biggest accomplishment because I'm seeing a lot of people who I don't even know pay attention to my social media come up to me and be like, yo, that song is fire. Or I'm like, oh, you listen to it? Or like, yo, whoever you got on that cover art, she look good as hell. Like, what's her name? I'm like, I didn't know you'd be paying attention to my social media. So it's like, it's so fun. I try to hide my social media from my family, but then because I'm like, I don't want them seeing this stuff. And so, but then next thing you know, they're over here, and like talking about this or pulling up this post and laughing about it. And so I'm just like, oh my God. So like, it's cool. It's like really cool because it's just like, all right. Even when I always felt like, all right, no one really paying attention to this stuff, or this. I'm a numbers person, so if I'm like, oh, this only got this many likes, you know what I'm saying, or yo, this only got this many comments, but it's like these are just I got first I got to work on my CTAs, and secondly, it's like these are not the type of people that's going to be liking and commenting everything. Like they're paying attention, but they're just not social media people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like seeing that is really cool. Right now, I'm actually getting the song ready to be played at my old college at their sporting events, which I'm very excited. I just talked to.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I used to be part of the media team back there, so I knew the head. I talked to him, sent him the song. He was like, "Yo, this will really go good." He was like, "Play it at the first volleyball game, this, that, and the third." So I'm gonna make sure people got their, their social media up. And then probably in October, I'm gonna stop up there and probably try to do like a small little performance at a house party or something, and give away like $100 or something like that.
That's cool, bro. That's really cool.
Yeah.
What have been your biggest accomplishments as a person? I feel like you were dancing around. There's something else you would like to talk about.
As a person, I would say, in terms of music-wise, as a person, it's not necessarily connected to me as Ace. I remember a few years ago, probably like 2-3 years ago, me and like two of my closest friends, it was for like a high school project. You ever watch Hamilton?
I know enough about it.
You ever heard of it?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So I used to have like a little musical theater phase in me, and so I remember it was for like a school project. You just kind of make a project, and if it was good, the first 10 people go to the show, but then the top projects of the whole like school district got to perform there. So we made like a whole little musical short piece. My friend Mello XP was really good artist. He composed the whole thing, the whole instrumental. We wrote all the lyrics and stuff like that, and then we came up with the choreography, and we did that. And that right there always remind me, like even when I'm like, I suck as an artist, or just this, that, and the third, or like whenever I'm down on myself, that reminds me like, all right, yeah, there's potential. You know what I'm saying? So,
bro, you got it.
Yeah, that always reminds me. So I would say that, yeah.
What have been your biggest obstacles?
So many. I would say my biggest obstacle would be, aside from financials. Financials is a crazy obstacle when you get in the music world. Oh my God, so crazy, especially when you try to do it right.
Oh, yep. Because a hit song is not made; it's marketed, man. Every hit song had money behind it.
A lot of money behind it. So, but I would say aside from that, my biggest obstacle would be. I would say this might sound really cliche, but so it really does boil down to money and time. So like, I need money to support, not only my lifestyle, but also my music, and so I have to work. And so the time period that I have to really go to work and then go to the studio and then do this shoot or go to this event, network or whatever, it's like crazy. And I remember there's one time I only had there's been times I got like 2-3 hours of sleep, you know what I'm saying? Because, I go to work, go to this event, perform here, go home, still gotta upload stuff or work on stuff, send stuff out, and then I go to sleep and gotta get up and go to work again. So that's been the biggest obstacle, really, is just time and money. But I know at the end of the day, eventually this will be my way to get paid. So it's just working to get to that point. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. Where do you work?
I work at a nonprofit. I'm a volunteer coordinator. Oh wait, you know what? I'm gonna say this. One of the biggest things is that's hard, and this would really made me realize this in terms of the creative world. I was trying to build up my corporate life while also building up my creative life, and that might be the biggest obstacle. That right there is the biggest obstacle because. And don't get me wrong, they could go to hand in hand, but building up two different things at the same time, it's just it's difficult, especially when in terms of creative world, you need, sometimes, especially when you put other people in it, you got to work around their schedules too. You know what I'm saying? And then the corporate is 9 to 5. I'm trying to get more into the marketing aspect of it or communication, so you get a little bit more flexibility, but still, it's just either way, it requires a lot of attention, and so that's like one of the biggest things. But yeah.
Absolutely, man. It's like you're using, I think it's right brain all day at your corporate job and left brain all night.
Yeah.
You know, it might be the opposite. I don't know. How did you end up
right.
working for a nonprofit at 21?
I don't remember sending them my resume, but they said they saw my resume. And I came home from college. I was applying to jobs. I was like, when I came, I used to work at a grocery store, 18, and right before I left out for school, and I was just like, I'm never working at retail again, because I saw people that was like twice my age doing it, you know, with their kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I can't do that. Yeah, I don't want to be stuck here. I'm like, you know, the moment I even get the moment I get college credits, I'm not doing this. You know what I'm saying? So. Right after that, I had an internship with Lincoln Financial. They own the Eagle Stadium. I got lucky with that one. That was part of my high school program. So that was like really good on my resume. And then after that, I forgot there was another job I had that was really good. And then when I went to college, I did a lot of like media stuff. So as soon as I ended up making like a organization. I tried to make like an organization. I threw the launch event, and I just never continued the organization because I'm like, wait a minute, this is messed up. I was trying to make a radio show. But then I was like, you know what, I might as well just do stuff for all parties. I'm like, and this can help other organizations with advertisement. And I remember like, I spent a week just doing like photo shoots and promos for it and everything and building stuff. And that's how I actually ended up meeting really getting bonded with my one friend who was like cool in PR. So that was like that one memorable week in school. I had the event. It was like my first semester there. So everybody was like, yo, you did this your first semester. But then the next semester I was just like,
Well, hey, man, I bet you learned all sorts of stuff that you use today still, just doing that.
Yeah, a lot.
Oh yeah, man. What does success in life look like to you?
I would say just coming to a point where it's like success in life for me, having a family, being able to continue just creating art, like, you know, without it being too much of without it being in the way, and actually, you know, just free it, and not really having to really worry if, I would say, bills and stuff are paid, like having multiple forms of income. That's, you know, multiple forms of income, a family, and just freedom of time for things that I love. Yeah, that's why I'm like, all right, cool. I'm at a good success level.
Absolutely.
And
I can't wait till I get to that point where I have that passive income. Everybody's always mad. I just want the passive income, you know?
I just want the passive income. I just want to sit back and get paid. Hey, listen, I understand that all the way. The amount of money that goes in just setting that up is crazy, though. But yeah, listen, I understand that, though. You do music?
I did for a year. I haven't since I started the interview thing. It was really a personal thing. I never really promoted it. It was just for me.
Okay, so all right, so you have a love for music.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, bro.
How did that start?
Well, I've always been into, like, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with Motown. Like, my first concert was The Temptations at 12 years old, bro.
Really?
Like, I grew up on that, and then I found rap, you know, around high school, and it's literally, like, you know, just like everybody says, music has gotten me through the most difficult periods of my life, and that's listening to it. And then I was in a really bad relationship for a long time. I got out of that about a year and a half after.
Hello?
Yeah, I'll wait for the screen to come back.
I guess, okay, I can still hear you. I was receiving a call, so I'm just texting like, hey, I can't pick up right now.
No worries, yeah. So about a year and a half after I got out of that relationship, a friend of mine had to move in with me, and he brought his mic, and I was staring at a microphone in my house, and I was like, all right, damn it, I got to try to make music. So I did, and it was the most therapeutic experience I've ever had in my whole life. The thing that I was able to get out and work out within myself making music, I wouldn't be where I am now had I not done that.
Yeah, how long ago was that? Was that what happened, a year ago?
Yeah, it was about a year and a half ago. I stopped 3 months ago when I started these interviews. I just don't have time for it. But but yeah, man. If you could go back and tell your younger self anything, what would it be?
My younger self, I would say, fuck more bitches. God damn. But, but that's hard. Ooh, I taught myself to learn how to sing. Yeah, I used to sing. I used to try to learn how to sing and not stop dancing. I used to try to sing. My mom was a really good singer, so I used to try to do do re mi's with her and stuff, but it never really picked up. Like I just kind of got discouraged, and so I was just like, yeah, screw it. And then dancing, I used to dance a lot, and then but eventually, especially when I moved to Philly, I started to feel embarrassed from it, so I just stopped.
Really? Yeah, why do you feel embarrassed?
Some people saying it was good, some people saying it was not. You know what I'm saying? So that right there is just like, and around that time, I took criticism really on the chin. So you know, it all was just like, I might as well just stop. So I just stopped, and that kind of just is like, now it's like, now it's like I don't really have the same ability, the same, you know, nothing. I could get back into it, I definitely could, but now it's just like when you know, throw something away for so long, coming back and picking it up, it's just like, you know, a hassle sometimes. So I'm just like, you know, let me do one thing at a time. I will learn how to sing before I learn how to dance again now. I'll definitely try to learn how to sing before I learn how to dance. That's the biggest thing that's holding me back. When I learn how to sing, there is no stopping me as an artist. I promise you. No stopping me as an artist.
Hell yeah. I feel that, bro, but just so you know, you can absolutely get back to it, man. You're 21 years old. You can figure it out. I promise you can. You basically told me about everything you got coming up, but is there anything else that you want to talk about?
Yeah, so real quick, those reminding you again, the name is Matayo, songwriter, rapper, how do I say singer? Not singer yet, but poet out of Philadelphia, PA. Just released a song, The Man Again, August 3rd. If you have not tuned into that already, please go check it out. You can either go to my Instagram, ACEMATAYO. Same thing on all other social medias except there's an underscore right after the ACE. And you can go find it in my bio, whatever the case may be. Promise you won't be disappointed. The music video will be out soon. And then just stay tuned for my next single that's coming out in October.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Is there any sentiment you want to leave them with before we go? Life lesson?
I'm gonna talk a little shit. I am the best songwriter out there. Ain't no one stopping me. Again, if you don't know how to write a song, come to me. I will teach you. I will write for you. I don't care what it is. But aside from that, I'll just say, make the mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever it is that you really have a hard time with, you know, that you really enjoy. Screw it. Go ahead and do it. I'm gonna say this real quick. And this is the fucked up thing with life, is there's what's beneficial to you, and then there's what's beneficial to society, right? And so sometimes me as an artist may be beneficial to me, but if it ain't beneficial to society, then it ain't doing me no good at the end of the day, right? If nobody really needs new music, then I'm wasting my time, and I'm not gonna make money off of it. And then I have to do is get a job that they want me to get in order for society to continue. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's a hard thing. And so we all get trapped in a security, you know, and saying, you know, F what I love, and then doing what I love, and F security. So it's, you know, it's a tough thing. Do what your heart says. Think about it. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
Hell yeah. Remember that next time you think about wanting to dance.
Funny guy. I'm like, yeah, I will.
Yeah, bro. Hey, I appreciate your time, and I appreciate everything you shared, man. You're on a path. You're on the path to be on, bro. I'm excited to see where you go.
Did you listen to the song yet?
I don't know.
No, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. If you don't remember,
bro,
you didn't hear it.
So many people send me so many things. I'm all over the place, bro.
All right.
I'll listen to it.
As soon as we get off, I'm gonna text you. The song is 2 minutes and 7 seconds. 2 minutes and 17 seconds long.
Let's play it right now. Let's play it right now. Hold up.
I'm down for that. Wait, real quick. I'm gonna just tell them the way that this interview got set up is because we're in a group chat called the Westleaf channel, and I actually reached out to the Westleaf like last year when I first dropped like one of my other singles. I don't really care about that song now. And I'm in this group chat, and I just got GIFs uploaded onto Instagram's library, which is like, it's been making me so happy this whole week, you know. So I go in there, I'm like, hey guys, I don't really be in here, but look at this. And so I just started sending the gifts, and he's like,
it's so cool, bro. My friend spent like an entire day trying to figure out how to do that after I told her you did that.
What? Listen, this what makes me so bad is because everybody that I know that I tell them I did it, they're like, how you do it? I'm like, I'm not telling you yet. You gotta wait, leave humor, but like, let me be cool. Okay?
You deserve that, man. Who else is doing that, man? That was good. That was good. I never thought about how gifts ended up on Instagram and things, you know? Like, it's wild. But yeah, let's play this. Let's check out The Man Again by Ace Matayo.
Shit get under my skin, they know that they can. I feel like the man again. 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 Yeah, I'm too hot up in this bitch. Turn on the fan again. Don't need money to feel this rich. I'm feeling myself and I'm loving it. Kissing the mirror, I'm in love with it. Loving myself. Yeah, still see my flaw, but today I'm not fucking it. I need my wrist froze, ice chain, yeah, cold money, yeah. Yeah, jeans, yeah, fade, yeah. 2 bunnies hopping on my pole. Niggas, you need like 2 cups, so they know when I'm on. Yeah. Woke up and feel like the shit. Woke up and feel like the man. Haters be hating on all of my shit. Get under my skin, they know that they can. I feel like the man again. 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 Woke up this morning and counted some money. I'm doing my dance again. Okay, I'm getting bands again. Oh, she want her mans again. But still gonna fuck on me. Yeah, she still be in love with me. Yeah, she love having fun with me. Yeah, ACEMATAYO, nigga. I run around with your hoe, nigga. Fucking her down on the low, nigga. Too good for my own good, yeah. Too good for my own hood, yeah. She gonna fuck me, why? Cause she know that she should, nigga. Yeah, did it and shit, yeah. Get into this shit, yeah. We feeling this shit, yeah. I feel like the man, 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 yeah, bitch.
That's gonna be so epic at a damn football game,
right?
Especially a football game that's now at your old school, and you say and spell your name out, bro, so they hear, you know, like, that's badass, man.
Real quick, I'm just saying, I'm working on getting my sync licensing together. I'm really trying to get this song into either an NFL or basketball game, or getting it in a like a commercial or something, or like a commercial for, like, I don't know, some Vans or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. Some Nike commercial, something like that, bro. Like,
yeah,
that song's badass. That's high energy. That's got sync licensing type thing written all over it, bro. Like, hell yeah, you killed that.
Appreciate it. Did you hear anything wrong with the mixer?
No, not at all.
I might have to re-upload it, but I've been sending this out to so many blog writers, and they're all declined it. Every single blogger I've sent, declined. I sent it to like 11. I'm sending out some more, so they'll be like, the beat's good, the vocals are cliche or generic, or hey, this is really good, but the vocal, you switch your flow too many times, or hey, you switch your flow is too repetitive. And so I'm just like, y'all nitpicking. Y'all really nitpicking.
I love how you do always get like the opposite critiques. Like, the critiques don't add up.
Not at all. So I'm gonna keep sending them out. There's going to be a yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Once they get the first yes is the hardest, but after that first yes happened, the second yes is easier, especially if you tell the second yes that the first person said yes. So the first yes is always gonna be the hardest. So I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna keep going. But it's just like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? But it's cool though. It's cool though.
No, I feel you, bro. Honestly, every good hustle I've ever been on, I have gotten the most positive and the most negative feedback on. The opinions are all over the place. And when I know the opinions are all over the place, I'm on something good.
That is true. That is definitely true. It's just an opinionated thing now. It's no longer like factually this is wrong with it.
Exactly. But yeah, man, hey, I appreciate your time. I'm excited to see where you go. That's a badass song. This has been Karikter Asked It with Ace Matayo. Peace up. I'll see y'all next time.